How's the spring going? Obviously, you guys, we've only seen you twice, but you guys have a lot more, workouts under your belt than that. So how's it going for you guys on the D line?
I think it's going well. Continually working, as usual. It's been good with working with the new staff. I feel like we're learning a lot of new things. Me specifically, I feel like I'm definitely developing a better pass rush package. Working the edges, power, long arm, stuff like that. I think it's going well.
You mentioned that new staff. I guess just how good is it to have a voice in the room that knows the position, that's kind of specialized in the position, and is able to really teach you all and kind of speak the language?
Yeah, well, we had Pete last year, and he's a great coach, but he came in a little bit late. So it was a little bit of adjustment last season, and I feel like having the coaches in from the spring, it's not really the coach themselves. It's more so I feel like the longevity of having that person to teach you from the spring through to the season, to the fall, really helps. Yeah, I think that's good.
Who do you guys have?
Coach Peoples on the edge, yeah.
So what's his? You've had a lot of turnover there, right? So I mean, it's been Jancic last year.
Yeah.
And so now Peoples, like, kind of, what does he want out of the position? What is he trying to really, stress to you all?
He just wants us to play fast and work our hands, attack the tackles. It's a lot of just attacking. It's a mentality thing. I feel like with Coach Peoples, and he wants us to really attack. I think he's doing a great job in our room, and I feel like our room is really deep, and we're gonna have a lot of production. I feel like.
Paris, you've been here for a year. You already know what's expected. Is the work ethic changing any going into the next season?
Work ethic as like a whole, or like
You
me
personally.
I always work as hard as I can. I always try to find little nuances, different things that I can improve, whether that's mental, physical, spiritual, whatever it is. I try to improve the game as much as possible, learn the game, to just get better overall. So work ethic as a whole it's always improving.
What's kind of the main message or the major change that you've seen with Blake Baker now kind of being the coordinator?
I feel like I wouldn't say it's a big change thing. It's just more so we just gotta play together as a defense. It's just as simple as that. No matter who's the D coordinator, you just got to play together as a defense, I feel like. But I like Coach Baker. He's a great mind. He knows a lot about the game, and I like the scheme that he's putting together so far.
Yeah, what is the mentality of the team for the spring? Obviously it'll be different in the fall, but like, what are you guys? What's the messaging, I guess, that you guys are kind of echoing to one another?
We just got to do it together. It's a total sum. Like it's not any individuals. It's the sum of the team. Coach Kelly stresses that all the time. We can't have. You're only as strong as your weakest link. You always hear that. So it's just a total sum of everyone doing the right things together, practicing hard. I feel like every team in the country is trying to practice hard, but practicing hard, working together, taking care of the brotherhood. Yeah.
Is that because of last year and the defense and the offense being different levels?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Coach Kelly has said we had a championship level offense last year. We didn't have a championship level defense. Is that the kind of motivation that you take throughout this offseason moving towards next year?
I feel like I'm really self-motivated. Of course, that's motivation. You know what I'm saying? You always want to get better. You weren't up to standard that you're used to, and you want to exceed that. You want to always innovate and get better. But personally, I'm always self-motivated, trying to get better. Whether we were the number one defense or the last defense, I'm trying to be the best that I can be, and I'm trying to help my guys with me in my room, help my defense, even help everyone on the team elevate and be the best they can be.
What about the interior defensive linemen? Are there some guys there that are going to surprise some people, you think, or what are you seeing out of their progress right now?
I think Coach Bo's doing a great job. There's a lot of guys in there that are working really well and improving their whole package of their game, whether it's pass rush, taking on doubles, the single blocks, hitting the gap. Like they're all. I see a big improvement from all the guys in there.
As far as the ends go, who's standing out to you as far as your room guys? Who's kind of
Specifically, like
showing flashes early? Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I feel like it's all collective. Like right now, it's not a big emphasis on like who's standing out and who's not. We're all just working collectively, trying to get better and trying to be a great group. Whoever is doing the best will play. But individually, I think we're all progressing really well.
Do you have enough numbers?
Say it again.
Do you have enough numbers in your room? Like, do you feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
you got enough reps?
Yeah, I think we have a deep room. I think our room is good, and I think we have a lot of guys in there that can play.
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah. There we go. Harold Perkins. Seems like a really important year for him. Have you seen anything just anecdotally that his process has changed or he's kind of doing something different?
I mean, I can't really speak on what Perk is doing. I see he works hard. He's been working hard since I got here, and he's continued to work hard. He hasn't wavered in anything. So I feel like he's going to have a great year this year. But I can't speak on his. I'm not sure about his internal process itself. But from what I see on the outside, yeah, he's doing a great job.
I guess a year ago, this was all new to you, right? LSU and whatnot. Are you more comfortable now going through this season now that you've been through it one time and know how the calendar kind of goes and everything?
Yeah, well, I was playing college football before, and comfortability is. I feel like I'm a very adaptable person. So, like, I wasn't as comfortable. Of course, you transfer in, you don't know as much people. It's all new to you, stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely feel a little more comfortable now, just understanding, being closer with my teammates, stuff like that. I think overall it's been a good transition. I really like it over here.
And defending your offense at practice, how do you see them kind of, starting something new with Garrett now as the leader all through the offseason?
I feel like the offense is doing a great job. You know, you got it's different pieces, but there's no drop off. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing a great job all throughout, from the O-line, quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. They're all doing a great job. Same thing I felt like I seen last spring. So they continue their process and they continue growing. And I feel like Coach Sloan's doing a great job as well.
I'm sure you've shared this at some point, but how do you wind up in Ontario?
Say it again?
How did you wind up in Ontario?
In Toronto?
Yeah. Oh, Toronto. Oh, sorry.
I was born there.
Okay. So how did your family wind up in Toronto?
My grandparents moved there in the 70s from Trinidad, and then lived there ever since.
We don't get a lot of Canadian football players down here.
Yeah.
So I guess was it different for you to go to Arizona and then here in the South? I mean,
Well, I went from Toronto, Connecticut, did a post-grad year at a prep school, and then Connecticut to Arizona. The transition, as I said, I feel like I'm pretty adaptable. Like it wasn't too like. Of course, it's a change. You're changing scenery. You're meeting new people. But I consider myself pretty social. So once you have a good group of people around you that you find, I feel like it makes everything significantly easier.
It feels like a different world, I guess. You know, like it's so far away from where we are right now, right? Kind of to Jacques' point, just the offensive line, just the tackles that you have to face. You know, we've kind of seen them now. They're really coming into their money year as well. Just could you speak on how well those two play?
They do a great job. I try to meet with them like after every practice and just ask them questions about the way that they set or the way that they shoot their hands, stuff like that, so I can help improve my game because I think they're doing such a great job. I like going against them in one-on-ones, things like that. Just help me improve my game, and I think they did well last season. I feel like they're going to have great years this upcoming season as well.